everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and yeah, this isn't the race quite yet, but the problem is, you saw the Crown Royal Series race on Saturday and how lousy the camera angles were and all that. I'm not going to be using that track. I'm going to be using the original Richmond here for the Mello 400 to open round number 2 of the chase in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and it only holds 39 drivers. So, we have 39, excuse me, we have two. What am I talking about? We have two part-time drivers that normally race in each race. There will be no part-time drivers for this race, and we're going to have to take out a full-time guy right now. But I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to randomize it right now so you guys know that I just didn't pick someone I didn't like. I mean, I love all you guys because you sign up, and I really appreciate that. So it's kind of hard to actually choose who gets eliminated. But all the non-chase drivers are in this list. If you're in the chase, you don't have to worry about not being in the race because you're in the chase, of course. So yeah, if you get the one who comes up top here when I randomize this list, will get 1 point for this race. Actually, sorry, no, 3 points for this race, I think, because there's only going to be 39 drivers, and there aren't going to be any part-time guys, so you would get 3 points for the championship. Of course, you're not in the championship, but 3 points towards your points total for, not starting the race. So, yeah, it would be classified as you finishing in 40th place, just without racing. That's what's going to happen. So let's randomize and see who gets it. And it is Marshall Free in the 98. So Marshall Free will not start the race. He failed to start the race at Darlington. And he misses this one. I'm very sorry. But, that was completely random, It's not like I chose that on purpose or anything. But Marshall Free will get 3 points towards the championship. And the rest of the guys here are in the race. So, yeah, here is the Mello Yello 400. And here we are at the Richmond International Raceway for the Mello Yello 400. Hello, everybody. I'm Napa Fan. You all know me. And this is the first race in round number 2 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series chase. And a chase driver starts in the pole. Jesse Turner in the number 43 advance on the round number 2. And he will be starting on the pole here for the Mello Yello 400. Let's get to the starting lineup. Jesse Turner on the pole. Alongside him, the past champion, Roger Carruth, Jonathan Skibnicki, Eric Powers, Garrett Zenora, chase driver, Zachary Fitzwater, Darlin Kenny, a chase driver, Will Blake, a chase driver, Mitchell Milliam, Tristan Walker, Caleb Hoffman, a chase driver, Mason Towers, Abe Troxel, a chase driver, Justin Roberts, L.J. Mills, Joffrey Toussaint, Riley White, Jacob Reed, a chase driver, Alan Cavagnero, a chase driver, Trey Bartow, Christian Master, Nicholas Samadillo, a chase driver, Cameron Gaju, Joe Larvin Alonso, Dana Mon, a chase driver, Diego Stevenson, Elijah Gordon, Matt Dalio, Eric Hayden, Cody Hagan, Stuart Gratton, Michael James, Max Neuwerf, a chase driver. He has 2 points, 2 bonus points for winning in round number 1 of the chase. Tyler Selsman, Aaron Walpole, Warren Henniger, a chase driver, has 2 bonus points as well for winning a race in round number 1 of the chase. Cameron Garlington, Dean Wiggard, and Austin Spencer. So let's get this one started here at Richmond. Had a kind of surprise winner. Biff Crafton won this race last season as he stayed out on the final set of pit stops. Biff Crafton is not in this race because there are no part-time drivers, and it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Looks like everybody's good. We should be able to get this race started a lot better than the Crown Royal Series race. So I promise, guys, this will be a little better of a race. So here we go. Jesse Turner and Roger Carruth. Race number 20 in Season 2. And the first race in round number 2. Will a chase driver win and get in? We will see. Eric Powers was in the chase. He got eliminated after round 1. He's now right behind the 43. Roger Carruth trying to work the outside lane, but he can't do it on the 43 of Jesse Turner, and Jesse Turner leads it. Here at Richmond, he leads lap number 1. Eric Powers trying to move his way up in the number 38. He's right behind Jesse Turner. Got a couple chase drivers back here, Garrett Zenor and Will Blake. Will Blake moving his way up. He's doing a great job this season. And right now, underneath of Garrett Zenor for, I think, 4th. Zenor trying to make it stick on the outside lane right now. We'll see if he can do so. But the outside lane is usually not the place to be at this track. And looks like he's going to lose the position to Will Blake. And Will Blake, I'm sorry, guys, he didn't actually sign up for the car. And that is, again, why I'm going to say it again, it's why I'm getting rid of reserves, because I don't want, especially I don't really think he's watching, and I really haven't seen him around on YouTube in ages, so I have no idea if he's watching or not. If he is, oh, that's great. I'm really glad for him. But if he isn't, then just something needs to be done, and that's why I'm getting rid of the reserves after season number 2. Is just because, I kind of personally feel it's unfair for some guys. But anyway, Will Blake will probably end up with a reserve anyway, because he is dominating the Rookie of the Year championship, and right now running third in the number 23. So, looking forward to see how that all plays out. Garrett Sonor is in fourth. Good to see him get a good run. And it is still Jesse Turner out front in the number 43. I might have had it set a little too low this time. At least we're racing, and not constantly crashing. Hashtag Jinx. That is Tyler Selzman just went around down the backstretch. I mean, I'm like a magician. That is... I just mentioned we're not crashing, and they crash. So Tyler Selzman gets spun around down the backstretch here. This is what happened. They're going like 3 wide. And I think Garlington got into Alonso, and Alonso then got into Selzman, and then Garlington got around. Hayden got a little bit of damage there. Minor incident, but very interesting. That's Dana Mon. He's a chase driver who is quite low right now in the points. Well, quite low in the field right now. And he's now right now running 37th on the racetrack out of 39 drivers. So it'll take a little bit to get this sorted out, but what is with these guys like pushing into each other? Come on, guys, you're going like 20 miles per hour. Don't do that. Okay, takes them a little bit to get it all sorted out. Boy, they're a mess. 3 wide and all that. Pit road might not be open. Yeah, it is. Nobody's coming in the pit road, so interesting thing there. So Jesse Turner is lead, number 43. Will Blake is third. Garrett Sonor is fourth. Abe Troxel is 8th. Cavagnaro is 14th. Samadillo is 15th. Kenyon's 17th. Hoffman's 18th. Neuwirth is 20th. They're still trying to get it sorted out back here. He actually might not be 20th. We got Henninger back here. Jacob Reed's back here. Let's see, and Dana Mon's back here. Where is Max Neuwirth? No, I remember now. He was 20th. Okay. So yeah, nobody's coming into the pit road this time, so we'll get right to the restart here in the Mello Yello 400 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Okay, here we go. We're in turns 3 and 4 right now. Jesse Turner, Eric Powers, Will Blake, Garrett Sonor, and Zachary Fitzwater, the top 5 here at Richmond for the Mello Yello 400. So Jesse Turner trying to win his second race of the season. He won at Dover earlier this season, and that's how he got into the chase. Made it in the round number 2 pretty easily. And now trying to get into round number 3 by winning here today. And if you win a race in round number 2 of the chase, and you are a chase driver, you're in round number 3 of the chase. We really haven't seen much passing, especially for the lead in this race yet. And could be because I have the strength set a little low. But we'll figure it all out. Garrett Sonor trying to work with Will Blake. And Eric Powers, he might have a run here on Jesse Turner and that number 38. Powers, remember, he was a chase driver, but got eliminated after round number 1. But right now, he's running very well in this number 38. And he's right on the back bumper of Jesse Turner, trying to pass him for the lead. He might get a run down the front stretch here. Got to peek a nose underneath of him. Thing about Richmond, it's just not really built for passing, if you know what I mean. And the same goes for, like, Iowa. It's just not built for passing. There goes Eric Powers when I say that it's not built for passing. And Eric Powers takes the lead in the number 38. Kind of wishes he was still a chase driver now that he's leading here at Richmond. But you know what? Do the best he can. And now they're taking pit stops. And I don't understand why they didn't do that under the caution. Be careful these guys don't LePage the field. And it looks like they're not going to do it right. And Garlington hard into the wall with the past champion, Roger Carruth. Man, and the cars are all over the place because of that. Cavagnaro was in that mix as well. The caution's going to come back out, and Will Blake is taking second from Jesse Turner. So Will Blake now the highest chase driver in the field. He wins the championship. I tell you. I mean, I'm really happy for him winning the championship if he would, but he doesn't even know it. And it's my fault. I feel bad for you guys because of that. Anyway, here we go for pit stops. You guys kind of saw what happened there. Don't really have time to review it. And interesting thing, Aaron Walpole and Cameron Garlington, the only reason why this caution came out is because this guy's pitted. We're going to go ahead. We're going to review it. We got time. We got plenty of time. So we go with... Oh my, this was a little bigger than I thought it was. Of course, the thing that originally happened was up here. Cavagnaro got a bit of it in that number 11. And Garlington kind of just drove it up high into the past champion Roger Caruth, and then they kind of, they kind of lose it there, and Dana Mon goes around in the 40. Other than those 2 wins he had earlier in the season, Dana Mon, we really haven't seen much of him at all. He just spun the thing around. He didn't even touch anybody until after he spun, so trying to slow that thing down, the thing just went around on him, and tough break for Dana Mon, but really hadn't been running too well all night, and that's a second crash for Cameron Garlington in the 42 after coming out of the pit road. So yeah, Aaron Walpole, he might be a lap down, but he's going to get his lap back because, he stayed out this time because he already came in with Cameron Garlington there that first time around, so Walpole staying out in the number 55. But he is a lap down, so he'll get back on the lead lap. And here we go for pit stops, the first official cycle of the night. We were kind of starting with green flag pit stops that first time, and, if the caution had not come out, we probably would have had them come in very shortly after Garlington and those guys. So, we'll see. This is the set of pit stops here, and Eric Powers came in first. And we'll see if he leaves first. And he will. Oh, no! Wow! Roger Caruth just spun Will Blake in the pit road, and Jesse Turner had a really slow stop on that number 43. How about this? Mitchell Millian, L.J. Mills, and Jonathan Skivnicki got around the 23 of Will Blake because of his spin on pit road there. Very, very, very interesting incident. That was something else. Garrett Sonor didn't have a good stop. Abe Troxel there. You see, Jesse Turner really was slow on his stop. And Zachary Fitzwater's right behind him, his Richard Petty Motorsports teammate. But anyway, the leader is still Eric Powers. Now, I say these guys got their lap back, but they're on the tail end of the lead lap right now, and they're not going to get around. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two guys play into the whole thing. And Will Blake actually did get out second. He crossed the line second, probably just lost his momentum, and these guys passed him. But Will Blake is officially second place in the number 23, so just to let you guys know. Garrett Sonor and Abe Troxel and Jesse Turner are all chase drivers in the top 10. Cavagnaro is right now, he was involved in that crash. I think he's running third. I'm not sure, it might be like 12th. You got Sam Badillo, he's a chase driver as well. Darlin Kenyon, Max Newirth, Jacob Reed. Then we got Henniger, who won a race in round 1. Hoffman. Dana Mon. So right now, it would be Dana Mon, Caleb Hoffman, Warren Henniger, and Jacob Reed, who would be the 4 drivers eliminated at this point. We got, 3 races in round number 2. But this is only the first race. But, if you want to make it into round number 3, you gotta start off really good. That's just how just kind of is a momentum series. If you really think about it, you have to have good momentum to make it into the next round. And getting a good start, getting a good finish in the first round, like Will Blake and guys like Sonor, Troxel, and Turner are getting right now, getting that really does help. Turns out these guys are actually a lap down, so they're going to start on the inside of Eric Powers and Will Blake, and that might open the door for guys like Mitchell Millian, LJ Mills, and Jonathan Skivnicki. So, lights are out on the pace car. I spent all that time talking about the whole chase scenarios and all that. But we will get to the green flag here. No use accelerating it because we're really close to it. So yeah, we got Cameron Garlington and Aaron Walpole on the inside of these guys here. We'll see how that all plays out. Then we got the leaders, who are Eric Powers, you got Will Blake, Mitchell Millian, LJ Mills, and Jonathan Skivnicki. Then we got Garrett Zenor, Abe Troxel, Jesse Turner, Zachary Fitzwater, and Riley White, the top 10. Here we go for the restart in the Mello Yello 400. We are a third of the way through this race. And I'm right here. Here comes Mitchell Millian. He's going to go underneath of the 23. Garlington is slow, so that's going to slow down the inside lane because he's now on the inside. And now Will Blake gets underneath of the 38, but will he be able to keep it there? Eric Powers leads lap number 21. But chase driver Will Blake trying to get by Eric Powers, and Eric Powers dive-bombed it into the corner and got around him on the outside lane. So a good job by Eric Powers in the 38, trying to win, I think, his 6th career Napa fan race. He's a really good driver on this channel, and I haven't updated the wins list in a while, so I should do that soon. But Eric Powers right now running first. And Aaron Walpole hoping for a caution to come out. And we got Cavagnaro coming in the pit. Interesting. Could be some strategy there, you know. Remember this race last season, when Biff Crafton won, he stayed out to win the race. He wasn't really nowhere to be found the whole race. But he, stayed out at the end and won the race out of nowhere. And he could have made a stop like Cavagnaro did. Remember, Biff Crafton won with Joe Gibbs Racing. Of course, Cavagnaro has some damage on his car. That could be why he's pitting. But as long as the caution doesn't come out, until these guys have to make green flag stops, Cavagnaro's going to be good because he already made that stop. And he's far enough ahead that he's not going to be a problem for the leaders. So, yeah. Mitchell Millian trying to get by Will Blake and Skivnicki. Where did he go? He's fallen back in that 41. And the last winner in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, Matt Dalio, underneath of his Hendrick teammate Riley White. Mitchell Millian trying to get by Will Blake. You kind of get a run on the outside heading into a corner there. You can actually kind of curve it in a little more and get a good run. Mitchell Millian's really trying, though, on Will Blake here. He's doing a good job in this 19, not falling back from him. And Cavagnaro may be slow. I'm not entirely sure. Mitchell Millian just cannot get by Will Blake. And Jesse Turner's moving his way up in this 43. You got Garrett Zenor as well. Got Fitzwater trying to get by his Richard Petty Motorsports teammate. That's not what Jesse Turner wants. And Turner's going to let him go. He goes a little high on the racetrack there. And Fitzwater is going to move up to 5th, I'm pretty sure. Really haven't seen much of Fitzwater this season. He's been pretty solid recently, though, in the Cup Series. Of course, he didn't make the chase, but he's doing a great job in that number 9 in recent races. And he might grab a win here before the season's over. LJ Mills in the 18 running 4th. And Will Blake able to hold off Mitchell Millian for 2nd. And Eric Powers continues to lead in the number 38. So the highest chase driver is Will Blake, number 23. But Mitchell Millian is really trying hard to get by him. He's trying to use the apron now to get around him. So that's how much Mitchell Millian wants to get the 2nd and try to get the win. Because Mitchell Millian had a problem at Gateway. Remember, he was doing really good at Gateway and then had a problem. And I actually kind of failed to notice it, and I do apologize for that. And here's a fast car. Zachary Fitzwater underneath of LJ Mills. He's up to 4th now in that number 9. And Aaron Walpole's still on this lead lap. And I think Cavagnaro is as well. So even if the caution did come out, I really don't know. I don't know if they're on the lead lap or what anymore. I just don't know. Use this. This is Dana Munn. Now, he could be slow. I mean, he could have taken a pit stop. I'm not entirely sure. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's a chase driver. Caleb Hoffman with trouble. And as long as he doesn't get on the track and stop completely on the racetrack, he will be okay. We got Roger Carruth coming in the pit. A lot of these guys have crash damage, and that could be why they're pitting. And Caleb Hoffman, oh no, chase driver in the pit road. That is not good for Caleb Hoffman. And Cavagnaro had the pit as well. He's another chase driver who's had problems here tonight, and careful to make sure these guys... Oh no, LJ Mills going to the pit road, or heading on the apron. I don't understand that. He might have a problem on his car. He is slowing down. Are people running out of fuel? Is that what's going on? I really don't know. Anyway, we have a crash, and it is involving chase driver Garrett Sinor. So that's going to bring out the caution. And I think all these pit stops that we're having is really kind of just messing this whole thing up. But they kind of clogging back here. You know, this is when we have a crash at the start-finish line. It usually doesn't end well because it's right where the start-finish line is, and we race back to the line. Sinor got in the walker, spun him around, and then they just clog up. That's what happens. And it's like Troxel was involved. Chase driver. Got Gaju, White. It looks like Selsman again. Bartow, Roberts, Gordon, Spencer, Henniger. Oh my goodness, another chase driver with problems. A lot of chase drivers had problems at Chicagoland a couple days ago. They're having worse problems now. Looks like Jacob Bree got away with it okay, but Garrett Sinor torn up in the 16. So is Warren Henniger, another chase driver. Abe Troxel, Darlin Kenyon. I keep on forgetting that Darlin Kenyon is a chase driver. He's so subtle. And it's like, he's a chase driver? Yeah, he actually is a chase driver. He hadn't won a race all season long. I really never contends for the win, but he's a very consistent driver. And that's why he's still in the chase. And got involved here with Garrett Sinor and all those guys. And we'll see here, Troxel in the 35 got it pretty good. Right. Yeah, not really. Because most of the damage is glitch. I don't understand that, but who cares? So yeah, Henniger torn up. Now that's not a glitch, I don't think. Yeah, he got rammed into by Austin Spencer. See that happen there. So Tristan Walker was a chase driver, and he's around. And Troxel with damage. And we got guys in the pit road. Now, I don't know if... Yeah, LJ Mills had a problem, and so did Caleb Hoffman. That's why they're in the pit road, but this is where things get interesting. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. And this is why racing back to the line doesn't work. And that is our leader, Eric Powers, who's done. He's done. And this is a very big problem we have here. The whole crash is in front of them. You know, these guys are slowing down. And Eric Powers just ARCA brakes right into Cameron Darlington, and they all pile in. I mean, that is highly unfortunate for the 38. And that's going to move the lead to chase driver Will Blake, because Powers is done for the night. And we have a mess here, because there were some guys who had started a lap. You know, this kind of happened when some guys started lap number 35, and some guys were still on lap 34. So the guys who were still on lap 34 slowed down and, waited to get, slowed down and all that. But the guys who were on lap 35, they were racing back to the line, and they had full speed heading into the guys that were slowing down in front of them. And that caused that whole, mix up there. So Will Blake is the leader now in the number 23. Look at the pit lane 1. So Eric Powers, I mean, that is highly unfortunate there. And then that is why racing back to the line was outlawed in regular NASCAR, because we would have problems like that. And now Will Blake takes the lead in the number 23. So this is really big here. If he can get this win, he doesn't have to worry about the next two races. He's in round number 3 if he can get it done tonight. Some of these guys here, a couple chase drivers, you know, we got a lot of guys with damage and that were going to be in front of our leader. So this is going to be very interesting. We got Zachary Fitzwater here. Jesse Turner still up here. Matt Dalio got a really good pit stop, but he might not have taken tires on his stop, so that might be why he's so high. Donovan Skimnicki's up here. Max Newworth, Joffrey Toussaint, Diego Stevenson, Stuart Gratton, Garrett Sonor, Michael James, Mason Towers. A lot of guys haven't really seen much of tonight that are up here at Richmond. So yeah, let's get this restart going here. We will be right back for the Mello 400. This is going to be interesting. We got a lot of lap cars in front of our leaders here. Will Blake is out front. Mitchell Million, Jesse Turner, Zachary Fitzwater, Matt Dalio, the top 5 here at Richmond. We'll see how Will Blake fares with all these lap cars in front of him. Some of them are going to be slow, some of them aren't. Like Roger Caroof in the 17 is slow, I think. Somebody can get on this inside lane with the faster lap cars. I mean, we got Dalio here. Oh my goodness, this is a mess. Wow, good job by those guys not crashing. I thought Cavagnero was going to be spun around there, and they're surrounding Roger Caroof. Our leader's trying to get by him on the outside lane, and while that's happening, Dalio in the 88 moving his way on this inside. Oh, he's going 3 wide. Oh my goodness gracious, they're going to have to check up. They had to check up there a little bit as Cavagnero went to the pit road, and Will Blake able to pull away from the rest of the guys. But here comes Dalio and Skivnicki and Stevenson. They're trying to get by these guys as good as they possibly can. And, you know, I think they're doing a good job because I don't think we've crashed yet. So good job by those guys. Dalio now up to second place in that number 88. But Will Blake out front in this number 23, we have a spinner. Oh no, Garrett Sinor, and oh my, Jesse Turner might have been involved in this one as well. Henniger and Sinor, 2 of the most solid drivers all season. Not really having to, oh my, Nicholas Samadio. Chase drivers have not done too well tonight, only unless you're Will Blake. I don't understand that. How in the world did Sinor go upside down? What happens here? Oh yeah, Mitchell Million spun Garlington into those guys, and then Fitzwater smacked right into the 16, and oh man, they go around, and I tell you, and let's hope we don't have that same problem again like we did the last caution, where the guys are slowing down in front of them, but they don't slow down. And it looks like they're okay, because the guys in front are still racing and all that. But now things are going to really change here because, let's see, Sinor, he's still running in the 16. Henniger's still running. I mean, this is really interesting. Jesse Turner, who started on the pole for this race, been bumped around a lot. He got a bit of that, and Fitzwater's, Fitzwater got a hit on the front, and that's why he's in the pit road, and nobody comes in this time, and that might not be good. Okay, some guys come in, but they all have damage. Yeah, he has damage too. Man, a lot of cars have damage tonight. Eric Hyde and Riley White in. Will Blake has a good shot at getting his first career Napa fan win here tonight, though, and it's kind of surprising that this will be his first career win, considering just how solid he has been. But he's got to hold off guys who have won before. Matt Dalio, Jonathan Skimnick. He's never won a cup race before. We got Diego Stevenson up here, and another chase driver, Will Blake's teammate, actually, Max Newworth, who won the first race in round number 1 of the chase at Bristol. And he won in Michigan to get in the chase and won at Bristol, so he's doing a good job. So yeah, we're going to get to the restart here. And we'll be right back for the Mello Yello 400. We are back here at the Richmond International Raceway, and we got some more lap cars on this inside lane. So Will Blake, the leader. Matt Dalio is second. Jonathan Skivnicki is third, and Diego Stevenson is fourth. Max Newworth is fifth. 11 to go here at Richmond. Dalio has a great shot at getting this lead. Oh man, there's Cavagnaro trying to get underneath of them. He's a lap down, but here comes Dalio in the 88 trying to make it two in a row. Underneath of Will Blake for the lead, and Matt Dalio. All he needed to do was win. And then that fire started to erupt. He is now leading here at Richmond, but will he get it done? Here comes Jonathan Skivnicki for second, trying to get underneath of Will Blake for that position. Underneath of the 23, will he make it stick? He will. He's a lap down. How about where did he come from? Stuart Grattan now up to fourth in the number 34. Good to see him get a good run. Skivnicki is going to take second from Will Blake. But Dalio is now stuck on the outside. Skivnicki underneath of Blake. Now, if Blake, can get a good finish, that's good for him. That's what you want. It's not a win, but a good finish is a very good thing to have. If you want to make round number 3 the chase, most likely you're going to have great finishes. But, yeah, Will Blake right now running third. Mitchell Milligan trying to get by Stuart Grattan here for fourth. You got Christian Master in sixth. Max Newworth and Diego Stevenson, seventh and eighth. And I don't know from that point on. It looks like Turner is in ninth and Wickard's in 10th. So, yeah, it's a mess back there. Skivnicki trying to close up on Dalio. Now, it's a little out of the question. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens now because we have a caution on the racetrack, and it looks like chase driver Nicholas Samadio had some problems there in that number 13. Yeah, it was really similar to that first incident we had earlier, and Tyler Selzman got spun by Riley White, and Samadio took a hard hit into the outside wall. You see all those guys there. So this is going to be interesting. We're going to have just a couple laps to finish this one out here. And Matt Dalio trying to get his second career Napa Fan win and his second race. That'd be the third time this season a driver has won 2 races in a row if Dalio could pull it off here. But as I said, all you need to do is win one race. And then, boom, he's really good. And I don't think they're coming in the pit. And now, since we are within 10 laps, things will clear up. Won't have any lap cars on the inside lane anymore. LJ Mills is lap down, and guys like Skivnicki still have a shot to get by Dalio here at the end of this one. Will Blake, Stuart Grattan, and Mitchell Milligan, the top 5. And Christian Master, Diego Stevenson, Max Newworth, Jesse Turner, and Trey Bartow for the top 10. So that's the top 10 there, and we will get to the restart. It's going to be just a few laps left. Actually, a couple laps left to finish this one out here at Richmond for the Mello Yello 400. So when I say it's a few laps left, I mean 1 lap left. So 1 lap to go. This is it. Will Matt Dalio hold off Jonathan Skivnicki for the win here at Richmond? Here we go. One more time around Richmond International Raceway. And Dalio pulling out to a huge lead ahead of Skivnicki. And Will Blake, he's going to lose a couple positions here. That's big. Now, actually, he isn't going to be able to pass those guys. And Matt Dalio's going to do it 2 in a row in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. He wins the Mello Yello 400. Congratulations to Dalio. Kind of wishes he was in the chase right now, but, doing the best he can. Winning. So Will Blake, the highest chase driver, he's finishes third. You got Stuart Gratton, Christian Master, Diego Stevenson, Max Newerf, and Jesse Turner, a couple of chase drivers getting good finishes. And after all the crashing Henniger did, he's finishing 12th. We got Troxel there, good finish for him. Jacob Reed and Dana Mon. Dana Mon bounced back. Sid Noor fell back to 21st. Those guys are decent right now. And then the guys the four guys who would be eliminated right now would be Cavagnaro, Sam Badillo, Kenyon, and Hoffman back in there. So very interesting to see how this will all play out. And you guys will see the points right now. So thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations on Nap Dalio again. I am not making him win, don't worry. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. And I will see you guys later. Here are the points for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series.
Yo, block off. I ain't karate kidding. Bruce Lee, giving you double vision. No fear, no mercy. Gloves off, try and hurt me. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. You can't stop me. You can't drop me. You can't block me. You can't break me. You can't shake me. Gonna make me. This is the takedown. This is the takedown. This is the takedown. This is the takedown.